Let's talk now about the One Way, One World initiative, which is the genesis of the Guardian Group, which was created during the pandemic. It was its intention that took the Guardian Group to the United Nations, established University for Peace, or UPEACE, in offering 10 full diploma scholarships in global leadership. It is open to citizens and residents 18 years and over across the Caribbean region where Guardian Group operates. We're joined now by Ayesha Boucaud, Claxton Senior Manager, Group Corporate Communications at Guardian Group, and from his base in Florida in the United States where COVID-19 is raging, we have Mohit Mukherjee, who is the founding director of the UPEACE Centre for Executive Education. Good morning to you both, and let me invite Ms. Boucaud Claxton just to give us the lay of the land as far as this particular scholarship, the basic information as to what do people have to do to access the scholarship, and what are you hoping to achieve by this initiative. Good morning to you, Ms. Boucaud Claxton.
Hi, good morning, Fazira, and thank you for having us on this morning. Well, this is a first in the Caribbean. It's very groundbreaking, and Guardian Group is ecstatic to partner with UPEACE. We are a Caribbean organization, but we are a Caribbean organization with a global perspective. And with that, we realize we have to invest in our communities. And one of our areas of focus, of course, is building out the mindset of leadership. And when we worked and approached UPEACE, we realized that we were very much aligned with our objective to build out a leadership mindset. And of course, there are dynamic programs that will assist in doing that. So this is groundbreaking. This is the first in the Caribbean. We are offering 10 diploma scholarship programs in global leadership, and we are very happy to expose our Caribbean people to these types of programs.
And before I bring Mr. Mukherjee into the discussion, I'm sure people already want to know, what do they have to do to access it? What is the deadline? When do the courses start? So if you could just give us that basic information before we talk with Mr. Mukherjee about UPEACE and what the organization is all about.
Right. So it's 10 global leadership program scholarship programs. We have a website, ggscholarship.com, and I'll repeat it again, ggscholarship.com. You go on, there's an apply now button. You are asked to respond to 3 questions via an essay. You respond via essay to those 3 questions, about 300 words. You submit it. UPEACE evaluates. You have up to the 28th of August to submit or apply if you're interested.
So the deadline is August the 28th, which is not too far away from now, just about 2 weeks for that. Mr. Mukherjee, let's hear from him. A very good morning to you, sir. Thanks for taking the time to be with us to tell us about UPEACE and indeed your involvement with this particular initiative of Guardian Group. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. So I want to build on a couple of things that Ayesha mentioned. So equally from our side, we are delighted to be partnering with the Guardian Group on this very forward-looking initiative. And I say forward-looking because often when we think about leadership, we think about results and we think about narrow kind of political boundaries for creating those results. And the Guardian Group has realized that, in this context, and I think it's a larger context. I think it's, even though COVID-19 has highlighted our interdependencies as one human family, as one kind of planetary system, I think this idea that we are actually tied together with one common destiny is something that we've seen time over time. Issues like climate change, issues like immigration, issues like discrimination around the world has just highlighted that we are not isolated. And so the kind of leadership vision that the Guardian Group is invested in, and certainly the University for Peace espouses, is a long-term vision of leadership where results are not determined just by numbers, because often the numbers that we measure are things like gross domestic product, right? That's a number that gives a sense of how a country is doing. But there's so many other aspects to leadership that are, I would say, of a less quantitative nature. Things like well-being, things like human connections, things like quality of life. So the short of it is, as an insurance company, the Guardian Group's business model also is very much aligned to this vision of leadership, where long-term peace, stability, and sustainable development in a region is good for the Guardian Group's business, and it's exactly the kind of leadership that we need in the 21st century, I would say. So I'll stop there on the kind of high-level vision, and I can give you more details about what these courses look like.
Indeed, and in the limited time that's available, we certainly want to get that bit of information as well. But before I return to Ms. Boucaud Claxton, if you could tell us, Mr. Mukherjee, just in a broad sense, what will these scholars be exposed to from the start of the online programs in September?
Yes, so first thing, just to acknowledge that it is online, so it's completely flexible in terms of the delivery mode. We expect that most of the recipients of the scholarships will be working full-time. Secondly, the programs combine head and heart. We believe that leadership is about having a vision, is about these aspirations, and it's also some very practical skills and tools. And so there are 5 online courses that are required of a menu of 9 different courses. The one course that every participant will take is a course called Regenerative Leadership. But the other courses they can pick and choose. There are courses around tackling finances. There's a course around measuring impact. There's a course around actually called Designing Your Life. It's the idea that leaders also need to manage the inner journey and their inner motivations in order to make outward impact. So they're both courses that are, I would say, at the heart level, and then there are these very practical skills that are much more at the head level. And we feel that leadership is about, keeping your head in the sky but your feet on the ground.
Yes, indeed. That sounds like a good tagline for one of the popular DJs from the United States many, many years ago. Keep your feet on the ground while reaching for the stars. I think it was Casey Kasem, American Top 40, so many decades ago. But before time runs out, let me invite Ms. Boucaud Claxton. Just to, again, repeat the information as to the website and the deadline and so on. But before that, is there an age limitation? Because if we're talking about global leadership and an opportunity for young people, I presume, are you targeting a particular age group here, Ms. Boucaud Claxton?
The minimum age is 18 years. You must be 18 years and over to be able to apply for the diploma scholarship.
So even a 55-year-old like me would qualify?
Certainly, we welcome. We are building out a mindset of leadership, so we welcome everyone 18 years and over.
All right. So give us that contact information once again and the deadline, please.
No problem. If you're interested in this program and want to be one of the 10 lucky scholarship recipients, you can visit the website at ggscholarship.com. And I'm going to repeat it again, ggscholarship.com. You have till August the 28th to apply. So please go on, apply, respond to the questions, write your essay, because you can be one of the winners.
Well, Ms. Boucaud Claxton, thanks very much for taking the time. Mr. Mukherjee as well, thank you very much for taking the time, sir, to give us some perspective on this.
And we'll be looking for your application. We've already, you've already committed, and 55 is a great age. We believe that every stage of life you have something to offer, and so very much looking forward to seeing yours and many other.
I'll send it in. I look forward to being rejected by yet another educational institution. Thanks very much for taking the time, sir, to be with us.
Are we born to lead, or led to believe that? The leader you look outwardly for is there within you, waiting to be realized. And the opportunity to explore your full potential is right here, before you now. Guardian Group joins with the United Nations established University for Peace in offering you a full diploma scholarship in global leadership. It's time to lead the life you deserve. Guardian Group. Live easy.